Welcome to Quesadillas Crafts. My name is Casey and thank you for joining me today. If you're returning or new to my channel, I just want to say, hey! Today we have a great craft inspired by Disney. I'm going to actually make a black truck on this awesome tray that I've got here. This tray I actually picked up at the dollar store. And around the sides you can actually see that there are spiders, and here currently I am just gonna tape off the tray so I can paint the inside of it white because the truck is gonna be black. I wanted to be able to contrast between the two because I didn't want a black background with a black truck. That would be a little bit much. So I took this white Waverly chalk paint and painted it all white. And then in a little bit here, we'll go ahead and peel off that tape. So we're just gonna paint all of this white. And if you do happen to recreate it, you can make this any color you want. You don't have to do a white background. Okay, so we're just getting near the end of getting all that painted. All right, so that is dry, and we're just gonna go ahead and peel off the paint or the tape. Okay, now we have kind of an outline, like a frame that it would have if this was an actual frame and not a tray. And then next you're gonna see that wood truck that I found at Dollar Tree. So I went ahead and removed the twine there, and then I also decided I didn't want these pumpkins, so I removed those as well, just using my box cutter. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and paint this truck using black paint. Any paint brand, doesn't matter what it is, as long as you have black paint if you're recreating this exactly. So I'm just gonna paint the truck itself and the bumpers. I'm not gonna paint the tires or the rims, I guess we'll call it. Okay, so we're just painting this all black here. And then I taped off the railing because I didn't want to paint the railing black. I just used some painter's tape. So we're just going ahead and getting this all painted black. It only took me one coat to get that painted. I usually paint pretty quickly. And then I painted the tires gray because I wanted to be able to have a contrast between the two. So I'm just getting those all painted there. And then we're gonna go ahead and paint the inner circles of the hubcaps. Guess that's the word I was looking for. We're gonna go ahead and paint those white also. Okay, just about finished there. Perfect. Oh, just kidding, we're not going to paint the hubcaps just yet. I wanted to kind of make it a little bit spookier, I guess. So I went ahead and took that same gray paint and I dry brushed the edges just to kind of give it a more detailed look. With doing that, I can actually see the bumpers now. It's all just not one color, so it kind of gives a little bit more detail to the truck. And I think I went around twice on this truck just because I couldn't get it to fully show up with just the one coat. So just got that dry brushed, and now we're gonna go ahead and paint those. All right, okay. So here we are just painting those white. Perfect. Okay. Got those painted white. And then next, I removed that painter's tape, and then I'm just gonna paint in between the railing that we have on this truck black, just so that way it kind of just blends in with the background of that black truck. And then next we're gonna paint the railing Antique Wax by Waverly. You can kind of use it like a stain. If you want it to be a little bit lighter, you can paint it on and wipe it off and it kind of goes a little lighter. And it also gives it a wood texture if you paint the same direction. It'll kind of give that wood grain look. If you don't want it to be super light, then you don't have to wipe it off, and it'll actually dry pretty quick. And then next we're gonna go ahead and get the pumpkins ready for the back of the truck. Now I thought at first I was going to use 2 pumpkins, and then I realized that they weren't going to fit. So I just put 1 pumpkin together, and I made it look like a little Mickey head. So I just used my hot glue and created that little pumpkin out of 2 different sizes, a medium size or a larger size, and then a smaller size. And then I took these Jenga blocks that I got at the Dollar Tree, or tumbling blocks, something like that, just to kind of set it up a little bit, to raise it up a little bit so it wouldn't sit funny on the tray itself. So I went ahead and hot glued that on. You can see I thought, oh, maybe if I put it on the ends, and then I was like, nope, 2 are not going to fit. So I cut the back off of this one so I can get it to lay a little closer to the truck there. And then I went ahead and glued that on. And then I was like, oh, this isn't enough to be on the back of the truck. And I had these candy corns that I'd got from Michael's a couple years ago, but I'm sure they probably still have some kind of version of them. Or you could even use real candy corn if you wanted. And then I just put 2 on there. And then I had this cutout that I bought, or that I made from my Cricut. And we're just putting that on some transfer tape so I can put it down on the truck underneath the door. There's just a little Mickey with a tree, kind of giving it a little spooky vibe there. Okay, perfect. Next, we're gonna go ahead and add the other vinyl that, oh, nope, I decided that I wanted it a little bit darker. I didn't like it how it was just bright white. So I took the gray that I used on the tires and kind of dry brushed a little bit on, and then I realized I put it on way too dark. So what I did was I grabbed some white, and then I just kind of went over it a little bit, just to kind of make it so it wasn't so streaked of the gray paint, and then kind of just blended it in so it gave a little bit more of a cloudy look, I guess. And then I also didn't like how bright the edges were, and you'll see in a little bit I'm going to go around and get those taken care of too. But it looks like I'm going to add some vinyl here, and on this vinyl it says Happy Halloween, kind of in a more of a Disney font that I was able to create here. And I cut that out in orange vinyl, and we're just going to go ahead and stick that right above the black truck. And then we're just gonna rub that on. I don't know if my finger I don't know if my finger worked or not. I think I had to grab one of the, nope, that worked. Okay, and then I had that leaf stuck to my finger. And then do you remember those black bats that I used on the previous craft? Well, there they are. They came in handy. All right, so we went ahead and got those added around there. And see, I decided that I didn't quite like that sharp line, and I thought maybe if I wipe it off, it'll look a little better. And then I was like, you know what? It actually looks okay if I just dry brush it all the way around. So I went ahead and dabbed all the way around that truck, just to kind of break up that harsh white and black line. I wanted to give it just a little bit different look there. So I looked at it to see if it was okay. And then I was like, oh, I need a little bit under the truck. I can't have it stark white under there. So I put a little bit more gray paint around the edges. Okay, that looks a little better. And then everything needs a bow, so I added a bow to the top of this. And then I was like, you know what? I don't think it has enough decor. Oh, and you'll see me painting these here. You're probably confused. I actually put on some spider web drawings on the hubcaps, and then I decided that I didn't like them. So here I am just trying to paint over them. So I'm just trying to get rid of those. Now, that is something that you can do. I just decided I didn't like it. So then I had some extra candy corn, so I wanted to go ahead and add just a little bit more there to the sides, because it wasn't quite full enough for me. All right, and here's the final review. I just want to say thank you so much for watching my channel, and I hope you like and subscribe. And if you can comment if you like this or not, just let me know. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.